as you continue to figure out life, I want you guys to be hungry for people and relationships and not transactions. Here's what I mean. You're going to come across so many more people in your life, and you're going to have so many decisions, and you're going to have the opportunity to do a lot of amazing things. The challenge is don't get caught up in the transaction. And here's what I mean by that. I want you to hold this. See, what I've learned in my journey is that we live in a country, in a culture, in a time that we look for people and we look for things that are going to help us. It's all transactions. But what's changed in my life right now is I've realized that all the transactions of all the people and the relationships and the feelings and the emotions, hold that again, like that's cool, but man, I'm still having this void. And so I've got to the place where now what I'm doing, I don't care what people have, I'm not after the transaction, I'm after the covenant. I'm after the relationship thing in people. Because the truth is, if I live my life looking for just transactions and self-centered of making me feel good, and how I've changed my life, I'm 12 years sober, I'm 12 years free from suicidal thoughts and self-injury and the drugs and the alcohol and life. You couldn't get me to change my consciousness. Like, dude, like life is amazing, full of ups and downs, mountains and valleys. But I live my life in these transactions, and it was exhausting. But what I've learned is what I give away is what I get to keep. And so when I started doing random acts of kindness, or I started slowing down and looking for people that I could do this with, like this surface stuff, I use money just as an example, but it's the connections. And I love with Hayden's corner, like conversations matter. Because you guys, man, you're in a culture right now where you got a million things pulling and your mind can go 1,000 places. But I promise you, man, it's smoke and it's mirrors. Like people matter. Find those ones that we can lock arms. And it's not just transactional. Because we've been transactioning it now, and unfortunately, we're at a tipping point where we can't transaction another thing because there's no quality, there's no depth, and it's all surface. And we're screaming, but we're silent.